for a good life.
Another great recipe, and we'll be sharing more in upcoming episodes. But now, I would like to introduce my very special guest today, Lisa Lindberg from the Amboy Cottage Cafe. Hi, Lisa. Lisa, I'm so excited that you've come to be on my cooking show today. And you're from the Amboy Cafe, is that correct?
I'm from the Amboy Cottage Cafe, and I'm looking forward to showing you one of our weekend specials that we serve.
Oh, well, I'm excited.
But Betty,
Whoa.
where am I supposed to cook this? Over a bonfire?
We'll get to that in a little bit, but I just know that the audience is going to want to get these questions answered. I have been to the Amboy Cottage Cafe, and oh my, there is so many exciting things to see in that cafe. It's just a little place on the corner, right?
It's a tiny little building. It was built in 1928 as a gas station originally.
Really?
And about 12 years ago, city fathers were taking it down, and we stopped them. And they said, well, do you want it? We said, oh, we guess. So over the next couple of years, then we developed a little cafe. The front room only seats 30 people in the winter. In the summer, then we dine outside, outdoor seating. It's supported by the community. We do, of course, have guests from Fairmont even, and Mankato.
Oh, wow.
The Twin Cities come down once in a while. Emphasize local foods and traditional recipes, sometimes with a new twist.
Okay. And who develops these recipes? Do you do that, or do you have other staff that help you, or how do you come up with all these wonderful?
I'm primary, but we go ahead and encourage input from staff and our local customers. We're small, so we're not part of a franchise. We can go ahead and change our menu if we like. We do have some staples on the menu, and we do have a website, so you can look up your menu for the month, copy it off, and tack it on your fridge, and come in if we have a special that day that you like. But then we always have the full menu.
Well, I know that if you want to come in, you better call ahead, because you are very popular. There have been times that I've come that I've had to wait a long time because there were so many people enjoying it too.
Yeah, reservations recommended, especially on the weekends when we do our Swedish pancakes,
and
which
what do
I
you
thought
have?
we
What do
were
you
going
have here?
to be
Swedish
working on.
pancakes.
Yep,
Oh, well, tell me about
Swedish
them.
Pancake. This is a traditional recipe from my family using eggs and milk and flour, sugar, butter, vanilla. Sound pretty traditional, doesn't it?
Very, very good. You want to get started? I would love to see what you're doing here.
First of all, we mix up a thin batter. We use milk and free-range eggs.
Free range, what does free range mean?
Free range means that the chickens have the opportunity to go outside and run around.
Even in the winter?
Even in the winter, yes. Anyway, most of the foods at the cafe are local. We try to do local as much as we can. In the summer, of course, we have gardeners that can bring in produce to us. We sometimes even work barters.
Wow.
So that's great fun. You know, feed your family if you bring in a load of pumpkins.
Oh, okay. And if I bring you some raspberries, I get a discount someplace?
The possibility exists.
Ooh.
We can talk about that.
We love that. We love that. And now, how long did you say you were in business?
We've been in business 10 years.
10 years?
As of January, yep.
Wow. Well, you don't look old enough to be 10 years in a business.
Oh, my goodness.
And what are you making today?
Today, I would like to show you how to make Swedish pancake.
Oh, wow.
We take a traditional Swedish recipe, and we make it a little bit larger using my wonderful griddle here. And
does this have a special name?
Actually, it's an old lefse griddle, so we're kind of crossing Norwegian with Swedish here. Don't
tell anybody, because you know sometimes those
that can be a problem. And this is actually a lefse stick too.
And you're going to cook right here.
Well, Betty, I don't see a stove.
That's no problem. We can find one back there. I'm sure there's one back there someplace.
Let's tell you what we fill this with then.
Okay.
Fruit of the season, of course, is always best. We do raspberries. But we also have other choices during the winter because we have a freezer.
Oh, you have a freezer?
Yes.
I think they have one of those around here someplace too. I don't know. I haven't found everything yet. Oh, well, this is exciting.
So choice of fresh fruit and lots of whipped cream and powdered sugar.
Ooh, to die for.
We'll put this together here eventually.
Betty, it's time for our special report?
Oh, I almost forgot. We have a very special report from Interest Outside Sweet Swine County. We'll be back in a minute.
Would you like to learn more about a community you're visiting? Then stop into their library. Hello, I'm Caroline, a librarian who's doing research for my book, Memoirs of a Librarian. No huge city library can compare with the coziness of the small-town libraries in southern Minnesota, with their rich history and commitment to providing information and entertainment to their patrons. The St. Charles Public Library offers over 24,000 books, print materials, and videos to its patrons. As a member of the Southeastern Libraries Cooperating, the St. Charles Public Library receives the benefit of cooperation between libraries in 11 counties in southeast Minnesota. An annual circulation in excess of 32,000 and a staff of 3 librarians ensures all your educational and recreational needs are met. The library offers Story Hour for children the first Wednesday of the month at 10:30 a.m. and the first Thursday of the month at 7 o'clock p.m. The library is open Monday and Friday, 1 o'clock to 6 p.m., Tuesday and Thursday, 1 o'clock to 8 o'clock p.m., Wednesday, 10 o'clock a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday, 10 until 1 p.m. St. Charles Public Library is located at 125 West 11th Street. For more information, please call 507-932-3227 or check the library page on the St. Charles website at stcharlesmin.org. Well, this has been a wonderful experience, and I hope you visit this library soon. As for me, I'll be sure to include it in my book, Memoirs of a Librarian.
Wow, wasn't that a great report? But you know what? While you were gone, we found the stove. We're cooking. Tell me about this. What are we doing here?
Okay, this is a Swedish pancake complete, filled with whipped cream. Now we're going to add some fruit.
Oh.
Okay, strawberries.
Ooh.
And we've got blackberries here.
Oh my goodness.
And here we're going to go with some peaches.
Oh.
Lots of color.
Can you imagine, folks? Just look at this.
And
look at this.
Add a little more whipped cream here.
Oh. We're cooking it up with Betty. I am so excited. This is just wonderful. Well, now, Lisa, how do you get in? How can our audience get in touch with you if they would like to go to the restaurant at the cafe there and try this in?
Even if we do traditional recipes, we do have a website. Oh. And we are on Facebook.
That's wonderful.
Also telephone.
The telephone.
The telephone.
And you're listed in the phone book.
As the Amboy Cottage Cafe.
Well, there you have it, folks. Look at this. Isn't this great? Well, I am so excited. You'll just have to come back next week and see another episode of Cooking It Up with Betty.